Hello and welcome to Tarrant County College. My name is Cherie Lopez and I will be your instructor for this course, which is BMGT 1341, Business Ethics. And you should see your exact course information here or here. So whether this is your very first time taking a class with Tarrant County College or you're one of our returning students, I want to be one of the first people to welcome you to your home away from home. And I have noticed as people have been turning in their first assignments, like their introductions, that we have quite a few people that are actually getting ready to graduate this semester. So this may be their very last course that they need to take. And I've also had quite a few people that have already graduated from TCC and they're looping back around to pick up a second or third degree or like specialized business certificate to kind of level up and move up and around that career ladder. Doesn't always have to be linear. Could be making some lateral moves or getting off the ladder altogether, right? Who said it has to be a ladder? It could be a rock wall. So the purpose of today's video is trifold. So there's 3 objectives. So ideally, I wanted to give you an opportunity to put a face with the name, right? Because word of mouth and, those third-party sites such as Rate My Professor can only give you so much insight. I wanted you to kind of hear from me directly, how my classes work, how they're going to be structured, what our game plan is going to be, and just to get to know me a little bit, right? And invite you into our TCC family directly. Secondly, I wanted to make sure that you knew how to access the course materials. Now, I have checked, and literally 2/3 of the people are already done with their homework. So that's how I knew most of y'all had already taken courses before, because I hadn't even provided full instructions, and y'all are already done. So I will work on releasing additional content for those of y'all that are working ahead. We'll get that going, along with kind of specific directions if y'all need it. And then thirdly, I wanted to make sure that y'all know how office hours work, and as well as those updates with our McGraw-Hill Connect software. Alrighty, so without further ado, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the material first, and then I'll loop back around to office hours and a little bit of background information about me. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so for those of y'all that have never logged in before, and this is your very first time taking a class, you can go into it a couple of different ways. So you can access Canvas from the TCC website, or you can go directly to canvas.tccd? Yeah, canvas.tccd.edu. If you're coming in from the home page, there's a couple of links. So there is a link here, and there is a link at the bottom of the page right here, and it'll take you over. If you remember the website or you have it bookmarked on your computer or mobile device, then it'll take you straight in. My interface is going to look a little bit different than yours, plus I'm using Google Chrome, so it sends me reminders as far as what assignments are due for my classes and as you guys have turned in work. So remember, I told y'all like a good portion of you guys have already turned in your work that's going to be due next week. It's already done, which means you guys are able to find stuff for the most part. Our course is going to be right here, and I'm still working on adding some content in there. I'm having to adjust my schedule that I work on and things for your class, because your teaching assistant has now turned 3 years old and has gone on a nap strike, which is normally when I do my recording and my grading. It's literally after I get off of work. Like my full-time job, I work 6 to 2:30, and then I would normally work on stuff while she was asleep from like 2 to sometimes around 6 or so, and I don't have that block of time anymore because sometimes she's taking a nap and sometimes she's not at all. So we'll have to work around little Miss Three-Nager. So what that means is I will probably either be grading after she goes to bed at night or really, really early in the morning. So if you you notice like some weird times, that's what's going on. So I'm gonna have to spread out my grading a little bit more, since I don't have those big 2 or 3 hour blocks of time to work on it every day anymore. If we need to make any updates to the syllabus, I'll make sure and I do that. I think we'll be fine, even with the technical issues with Connect, because I had time kind of built in with this being a 16-week course. So we can borrow time from your exam weeks or like Thanksgiving week if push comes to shove. I don't think we're going to need to do that. Announcements will be here. Announcements. And you will see that I posted a couple of announcements last night, including information about our virtual meet and greets. So just like office hours, the virtual meet and greets will be optional. You're not required to attend. I just wanted to provide a platform for you all to get to network and interact with each other, or possibly if you're going to be taking courses together next semester, whether it's here or one of the area universities, you'd actually get to meet somebody to study with, especially if you have an emergency. You know, you got somebody to call, hey, I'm going to be out. Can you take notes for me or something? You know, if you're taking like a blended or an in-person course. So there'll be a link. It's a little SurveyMonkey link that you can go in there. There's a couple different options. You can choose as many options that you would like. If you don't see an option that works for your schedule, you're welcome to type one in and suggest it. And then from there, I'll go through and look for the top choices and build meet and greet sessions around those. We'll have weekly virtual office hours that are optional. And then you're also welcome to schedule individual or small group appointments with me as well. So I will be available. It's typically in the evenings. The weekends I can do some mornings. It just kind of depends. You'll have to kind of give me some notice on that. But I can work with you. Let's see what else. Update from McGraw-Hill. So yes, I have heard back from McGraw-Hill. They said that there was a paywall there. We do have inclusive access, which I already knew. It explicitly states that, and I used my former academic advisor's powers to check your schedule and fee statements. If y'all were billed for it, they're not about to bill you again. We're not playing that game. I'm not about to let them do that. So they've removed it. So you should not be getting prompted to enter any type of like access code or be prompted to be getting like to pay again. So even if you use like the temporary or like the 2-week free trial, the information should still port over. They said you won't lose your work or anything like that. We'll still have access to it. It'll just kind of blink over. So it was some stuff that they had to do behind the scenes to make sure that that was taken care of. If you're still having issues with it, please make sure to let me know. 9 times out of 10, it may be one of the links that I've installed under McGraw-Hill Connect. It might be broken, and it just might be as simple as me going back in there, taking it out, and re-uploading it. And then we can always work with McGraw-Hill Connect to see if there's some stuff we need to fix. Your grades for the course are going to populate here as I enter stuff in. Now, I'm one, like if you turn in an external assignment and you turn it in as an attachment, I will tell you if I cannot open the attachment, like if the file is corrupt or it's in a file format that I can't open. Every professor doesn't do that. I have no problem with letting you know, hey, I can't open your assignment. We're going to need to convert it to a PDF or something else, and you can just re-upload it. You know? So we'll do that. Discussions. Your discussions are going to be here. I didn't get a chance to put in all the due dates yet and upload all the discussion questions that you guys have because I had to log in for my full-time job, but you've got a sneak peek of what is coming, and I'm going to put in those exact due dates. If not today, I'll get them in tomorrow. But you can just kind of start glancing ahead if you would like. Your exams are going to fall in under quizzes. The way you would access your material is under McGraw-Hill Connect. It's thinking, please don't disconnect. My internet was acting up earlier. So this is one of the ways that it will allow you to kind of link over to access your information. course materials is in here as well. I did have a question about this from your class and my communications and management course, where they have the course materials listed. For some of the classes, it does have a read now button. It doesn't give me the option to add that in there, but I can contact the McGraw-Hill people to kind of see if they're able to add that in for us. But you can clearly see it says inclusive access, so I know you guys were billed up front. I looked at those schedule and fee statements myself, and it is on there. So do not pay another $80 under any circumstances. CMT, even for my other class, they don't have a read now button. I played with those, the settings, a good portion of the day yesterday, and it would not let me change it. So I think it's something they're going to have to change on their end. So for right now, just use the McGraw-Hill Connect tab, and it should link you over and sync to your materials. So like if you go over here, and it says link to your course. And this is the way I did it in graduate school too. Like I didn't have like the little read now button. It just literally opened up another tab and it linked over from inside of my learning management system. And your stuff will be here. Now, my setup is a little bit different than yours. Yours will most likely look like this. Yes, something like that. And then I'll continue to update the the options for you guys. You're able to rent or buy a loose leaf version if you like to have a tangible book and you want to physically highlight in there. That will be an option that is available to you as well. But know that the software does include your virtual book that kind of goes with your content. It does include like supplemental study material. The way I like to do things rather than record all the chapter videos up front is I like to take specific requests. Have I done that in the past? Yes. But business ethics isn't a super technical course like you would run into with human resources management or like business law. So what I discovered is, yeah, I recorded the videos, but people didn't really need them because the content wasn't that complicated relative to some of the other business courses, right? So what I'd rather do is take information by request, and I can record like a short little 5-minute video over what you need, or if you're just having trouble with an entire chapter, then I can do a spot on like a chapter overview. But again, I'll do it by request. But I don't want to make y'all sit through 20 or 30-minute videos for all 10 chapters, and the answer to your question is like at minute 10, you know? But I can just kind of do a quick hit. It's like, hey, you asked me about this. This is what this is. Let me break this down for you. Alrighty. So that'll be all your stuff. Your grades will be in here. This is overall performance right now, which right now we've got 100%. So keep that up. So stuff is working just fine. If y'all do run into trouble with the content, so remember, I'm available to meet with y'all for office hours and different things like that. You also have access to tutoring. So Tutor 24/7 is an external website, right? An external partner with us, but we also have our on-campus tutoring and computer labs, as well as libraries. I mentioned the library because, you can check out a device if you are having trouble accessing your stuff with your personal device, and they'll let you check it out for 2 or 3. Okay, I'm back. Excuse that interruption. So yeah, where it should route you guys over is, it should give you another tab. You shouldn't have to go to McGraw-Hill like externally to get into some of the material. So let me know if there's specific links that are broken, then I can go back in there and I can fix those for y'all. Like I said, I touched on tutoring, I touched on the libraries and all that good stuff. Any exams that you guys have populate under quizzes, and then there's other resources that are here that are available to you. let's talk office hours. So office hours, they're optional, like I was saying. If you're unable to make it, you are welcome to schedule an individual appointment. You can contact me via email. You also may IM me via Microsoft Teams. As you can see, no, as you cannot see there. Okay, now you can. It is installed on my desktop, and I also have the app. So if you send me a message, I'll get it. So that's good for like those little quick hit answers. For anything that's more technical, I would have you send it via email and include a screenshot. If you need to request an appointment, please let me know what your availability is, and we'll be able to do that. I don't anticipate having to reschedule any of your office hour sessions. So you guys are on Sunday. My communications and management course is on Saturday. Theirs is overlapping with my class reunion from my high school class reunion and stuff like that. So I'm having to move some of their dates around. Yours, I don't anticipate anything coming up, but if I do, I'll make sure to kind of give you guys a heads up. And rather than cancel your session altogether, I'll probably move it to a different time of day or a different day during that week. So you still will have an opportunity to meet with me and ask questions on a weekly basis. I just may need to switch up the day if something comes up between now and December. Okay. Also, my goal with the way I'm going to have your assignments distributed is I'm trying to structure them so during your exam weeks and during Thanksgiving, you do not have any homework. Especially for Thanksgiving, to me, that's very important that y'all get to have that time off to recharge before we go head on into finals week for not only this class, but your other classes. And I want you fresh and healthy and in top form. Plus that is your time to relax. So you will not have to worry about anything from this course. I will do everything I can to make sure you have that time off. You have earned it. Okay. So hopefully I will get to see y'all in the virtual meet and greet. Again, if y'all need to contact me, my email is there, sheree.lopez@my.tccd.edu. If you enter it without the my, that's going to go to my Outlook account, so I do actually have two. So Microsoft Teams is fine to contact me. If y'all need anything else, don't hesitate to give me a shout. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And oh yeah, I didn't give you guys any of the background information, did I? So let me keep that really short. So people normally ask, what's your hometown? It's complicated since I'm a military kid. So born in Georgia, but raised in various cities all up and down I-35, which include Grand Prairie, Arlington, lived in Waco for a little bit, lived in Fort Hood, like in the McLean area for like 5 years. Austin when I went to college the first time. All that kind of stuff, right? So, Sam Houston High School, class of 2003. I was there from 1999 to 2003. We got to do all the really fun, year 2000 Millennium Celebration stuff. Best memory from that was, when I was in band. I was in high school band. Disney Magic Music Days 2000. So we actually got to go compete at Disney World during concert season. So we did one of the regular concert season competitions, and then we got to do an exhibition show at Epcot Center for the guests. So we actually got to perform outside of Epcot. And it was really neat because when we went to our awards ceremony, it was at Universal Studios, and the Blues Brothers 2000s were our hosts. They were the award presenters. And the sweet icing on the cake was we came away grand champions with 18 trophies. Yeah. How sweet it is, right? So I was a trumpet player to represent the trumpet line, and one of the few ladies to get to do that because we typically don't have a lot of girls that play trumpet. College, I went to the University of Texas at Austin, Hook'em Horns, and let's see, yeah. So I was there from 2003 to 2007. I was a summer school kid because military dad was counting down. He had been counting down for months. Like, oh, you got 6 months to go till you move out. What you gonna do? I hope you have a plan. Oh, 5 months until you move out. What are you gonna do? Hope you have a plan because you can't stay here. And like literally, like I graduated in May 2003. I think it was May 25th, and I started school literally like 3 weeks later at UT. So I summer session 1 and summer session 2, like moved out and moved a good 200 miles away, you know. And my younger brother, same thing. You know, he's 2006 graduate from Timberview. I believe the first class that graduated from Mansfield Timberview. And yeah, he was out within a month as well. So very strict in that sense. UT was great because, you know, and 2003 to 2007 was fun because our sports teams were pretty much good at everything. So this was during the Vince Young, Colt McCoy, Cedric Benson, yada 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 era. So we were doing really well. Basketball, you know, that's TJ Ford, Kevin Durant was there at the time. Like track and field was good, swimming, soccer, the baseball and softball teams were stellar. So we racked up a lot of W's across the sporting arena. Regardless of the sport, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I studied Spanish language teaching there, got to concentrate on how people acquire language. And that's what led to me getting hired by TCC. I initially worked for Upward Bound, and I was hired as an ESL instructor. So I taught ESL, I taught GED, all levels. The Transitions to College Success courses, I teach those. So when people first start in college, I teach those classes for academic foundations. And like I said, in addition to your course, I have communications and management as well, which is another business course. I've taught for TCC Connect, TCC South Campus in Fort Worth, and Southeast Campus in Arlington. So I've done all that. And I'm one of the few employees that's worked for all 3 divisions. So I've worked for academic affairs, teaching the business courses and the transitions classes, continuing education as an academic advisor and as a GED and English as a second language instructor, and for student development services, again, as an academic advisor, but with special programs. So that's my TCC tenure. And right now I work for a very large insurance company. It's one of the ones on the Fortune 50 list. Not based here, but they have a very large operations center in the Richardson, Plano area. Very large. Can't miss it. Off of George Bush in 75. You cannot miss it. They really stated their authority when they came in here. So I work as a commercial auto underwriter for them full-time. And I kind of took on that opportunity to try to make use of my other degree, my human resources training and development degree. To ultimately move into training in that area. I've gotten to train on this side and possibly do some corporate training on that side as well. Okay. So yeah, I'm not the one selling the insurance or anything like that. So I'm not Flo from Progressive, selling everybody the great rates as an agent or anything like that. No. As an underwriter, we're the ones that go and dig in there and do all the final approvals. So, but I do them for businesses, for the business autos. So this could be somebody that works in, HVAC, welding, electricians, landscaping, those types of businesses, as well as we do a lot of farm vehicles, and we do a ton of food trucks and food trailers at the moment. So I'm the one who's not on the phone, but I'm checking all the applications behind the scenes and making sure. So if you have a food truck or food trailer, for example, do you have the permits? Is your equipment securely mounted? Is it mounted properly? How much propane are you carrying? Propane and propane accessories and all that good stuff. So my job is to keep people safe on the road and make sure that they are licensed for road use. That's what my team does here. Is there anything else that y'all have questions about? Feel free to ask. A lot of my story is still unfolding since I have my family I grew up with and my adoptive family, not my adoptive family, my biological family that I literally met 1 year ago. Found them on Ancestry and met them in person a year ago. So that is a ever evolving story because I'm getting to know that side of the family as well. So yeah, if y'all need anything, holler at me, let me know, and I will continue to keep y'all posted and guide you through everything. Let's make it a great semester. I am really hoping to get a clean sweep as far as, people earning straight A's in the course. Have I had 100% pass rate on exams and for the course overall? Yes. Have I had that mythical everybody earns an A in the course? No, I haven't had it. I've gotten very close with one of my courses where I had one student that didn't get an A, but everybody else did. And yeah, there's some stuff that was going on with that. And had I known, we probably could have worked that out, but they didn't tell me until 2 days before class ended what was going on. So yeah, will it be you? Will it be the other class? Or will it be my October classes? We shall see, right? But anyway, please take care of each other, kind of get to know each other, go explore. And if y'all need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, all right? And most importantly, remember that you got this, okay? Take care.